Hello everybody! I've been getting few messages asking me for a tutorial about masking in Premiere Pro. And in this video, we'll see few ways on how to use it to make our videos nice. So let's open Premiere Pro and let's do this. Intro. For this first exercise, we're going to change her eyes, the color of her eyes. They're like very nice brownish, but we're gonna change them completely. That's gonna be fun. First thing to do, we go to color. Don't forget to select the file. Let's go to color. If you don't see it here, you can come to window and select lumetri color. You have it here. Then we're going to look for curves. There you go, we selected curves here. We go a little bit down here where we can see hue and saturation. Then we see hue versus hue. What we're going to change is the hue. Okay, we're going to select the colors. First, we look for this little pen here. We select the color of her eyes. Let's go here. There you go. And now you can see that this is the selection. Now, if I want to make them like, for example, I don't know, like magenta color, I just go all the way up. And you can see that the color of the eyes are already magenta, but all her face is also magenta. Because her brownish eyes are also some of the brown colors are in her face, and that's why you can see that everything is changing. So how are we going to do to avoid this? We're going to come here in the effects over here, and then you can see here lumetri color, and we're going to do a mask, okay? Let's make it bigger. Let's go to like 400. Now we're gonna click here, so we're gonna start making a mask. So you can see that the cursor changed, now it's a pen. We're gonna click here, and we're gonna start to create a mask around the eyes, okay? Let's click another dot here. We can actually click it and don't release it, like leave it a little bit so we can move it to make it properly. We can click another one here. If you don't release, you're gonna create a curve. Look at this. You see, you can actually give a little bit of a curve. There you go. As you can see now, just the eye is changing the color because we created the mask in the effect, the lumetri color that we added. Okay, now to do the same for the other eye, we're gonna create another mask. You just come here to the pen and click here, and you're creating another mask immediately. As you can see here, mask 2. Don't worry that the color changed in all the face. Don't worry. We're just dealing with this part over here. We're going to do exactly the same that we did with the other eye. There you go. As you can see now, we have both eyes. Let's fit the image here. Now, because it's a video, the mask have to change, because if we put play, you're gonna see that the video is moving, and the mask, you can see that it's moving somewhere else. So we're gonna track the mask, okay? How we do it is we come here, we start with the mask number 1. And we're gonna click here. This is to track the mask during the whole video. Premiere is gonna track exactly where the eye is going through the movement of the camera. But don't forget to come here, click here, and to have in position, scale, and rotation. So if the video is moving in the angle or the perspective, sometimes the image is gonna be bigger, smaller. So we have to have all of these 3 selected, okay? And now we can click here and it's going to do the tracking. And it's done. Depending on the length of the video, it can take a while. This one took like maybe 1 minute to do it, or maybe a little bit more than 1 minute. But as you can see, the second eye, it's not correct. The mask is somewhere else because we track just this one. So let's go to the second and let's do the same. Remember, you have to check that these 3 are marked, okay? And now we have to go to the first frame. There you go. And we have to start tracking. Okay, it's done. Now let's see the video. Okay, this is the second exercise, and for the second exercise, we're gonna do a transition. We have this video and this video. I want to do a transition between these 2 videos. In this video, as you can see at the beginning, if I go a little forward, there is a person walking in front of the camera. So we're gonna do a mask here, and I'm gonna do a revealing transition, okay? The first thing that we have to do is to put the video that we have for the transition, the second video, under this video. And then we go to the first frame where this person is appearing. If we go frame by frame, we're gonna see that he's appearing there, you see, because here you can see a little bit. So we're going to start to create a mask here. Let's select this. Let's go to effects here. This is going to be very simple, but it takes a little bit of time. Let's make it bigger. And we start with the mask here, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. As you can see, it's the whole video revealed now, and we don't want that. So what we do is we come here in effects again and we put invert. Now we can see that the video in the back, that is the video on the bottom, is appearing here. Let's go to fit. And there you go. Now we're going to go frame by frame. So it's gonna take time, but you know what? You have to take your time and you have to be patient. So let's go clicking here to the next frame. As you can see in the next frame, already the image here, it's a bigger, no? So we have to pull it. Let me here. There you go. It's revealing, as you can see. We're gonna go one frame more. You can see that it's still growing and growing. Okay, we're done. So basically here we can actually cut the video on the top, because until here is that we need the video, then the rest we don't need it. And we did it. That's it. What I will suggest you to do is actually come here in the mask, and just in case, let's feather the mask, okay? Let's go maybe to 40, maybe 30. Let's make it in 30 to have a little feather so it doesn't look bad. And now let's check how the video is. In this exercise, what we want to do is to actually take out a little bit of exposure in the background. So like her face is going to be like stunning. So let's do this. First thing to do, we go to color again, and then let's go to basic correction, and let's take out this exposure. Let's go like to -1, -2 maybe. As you can see, the exposure is already going dark. Can you see that? So what we want is just the background, not the face. So what do you think we're going to do? Of course, we're going to mask it. Let's go to -3 so it's more visible what we're going to do. Now we come back to our workplace. And because we did some changes here in the color, you can see here in the effects that we have lumetri. And we're going to do the mask in lumetri. But in this case, because the face is curved, we can actually use this oval thing that is ellipse mask, it says. Let's click it, and now we have the ellipse mask. Of course, remember, we have to invert. Remember? Because we want actually the outside to be changed. So we invert, and now we have it. What we're going to do is we just take this a little bit to the sides. There you go, just to match the face. Let's go a little bit to the top. Then we can go actually a little bit higher. So it's actually very close to perfection, huh? We're gonna move it a little bit. And there you go. That's it. We got it. This is what we wanted. But remember, the whole video, she's moving. So we have to track it. Remember how to do it. We come here. We check that position, scale, and rotation is selected, and then we start to track it. Let's see what Premiere Pro is going to do. And it's done. Now don't forget, I like always to feather the mask. But before we go to check how the video is, I want to let you know that there's so many things you can do with masking. So there's a lot of ideas that I can give you. So if you want more ideas, just let me know in the comments below. And now it's time to check the video, how it is. Guys, if you want to learn more about Premiere Pro, I have a course with more than 4 hours of lessons with everything in detail. You're gonna be a super pro. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Also, if you want to support me, I'll leave you a link in the description where you can actually buy me a coffee. And now, until next time, and don't forget to subscribe.